Welcome to tonight's episode of Busy Adults. Tonight, adventurers, we will be discussing where we would like to do a one-shot or even a mini-campaign with the setting based off of somewhere in popular culture. Whether it is anime, Doctor Who, stuff like that. Also, just beware, if it was up to Yaka, he would choose somewhere where Wish is a fucking cantrip.
Hooray! It'll be synced. That means that when I edit this podcast, then it'll be so easy, right?
It might be synced, hopefully, maybe, and things.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Probably not. Yeah. So, the last podcast that I did, it was just me and Yaka. Because nobody else was available. Because I don't remember what had happened. But that podcast is going to go into our Google Drive and probably just stay there and be the lost episode of 2021.
Forever. You guys will never hear it. We will never hear it, the ones that missed.
Well, so we might do the same, concept in a different podcast, with everybody.
Yeah.
Because it just didn't work with two people. It just was we're just talking. I know that that's what we do on this podcast, but...
Yeah, that's fine. So, I guess the premise of this podcast is gonna be, weird, crazy, one-shot or campaign type things based on pop culture.
Yeah, so way back when, Busy Adults podcast, on Twitter, that's at Busy Adults, at BUSYADDULTS, we put the question, what random piece of media / pop culture do you really want to run a one-shot of? And we got a lot of results, and then I'm sure we have a couple of ideas of our own of what looks pretty exciting to do.
Yeah, we definitely do. I'd like to have a Marvel-ish type deal, but there is a system for that already. I forgot what the hell it was, but I know Puff and Forrest did a video about one of his campaigns. There's
a couple of superhero systems.
Yep. I would love to go back and play the Force and Destiny Star Wars one. I really would.
Oh, that system?
Yeah.
Was it a fate die?
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, like a light side, dark side karma system, almost. So, yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was cool. It's a little different than your, standard D20 system. But I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, did you guys go through the comments or the thread on our Twitter? Did you find any good ones? Because I saw one, I'm just going to jump right out there, at UST_show, said that they were interested in a Buffy or Charmed. I don't really know about Charmed, but I've watched a lot of Buffy, and that seems like a pretty good one. It's set in modern times, but modern times being the 90s. So I wouldn't expect game-breaking stuff like cell phones and internet. Not really. But, there's obviously vampires, there's werewolves, there's witches. There's a good amount of things you could work with to run a Buffy game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially if you're just going to run it off of... anyway, I'm sorry. I was reading something. I apologize. Yeah, you could definitely run that off of D&D, the D20 system. That's easy.
You can spin it off and do Angel.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Definitely.
I actually liked Angel.
I am right there with you.
I've never seen it. Couldn't tell you. I watched a little bit of Buffy. Wasn't my thing when I was a kid, so I just didn't watch it.
Well, I never watched it as a kid either. I only watched it as an adult. And I found out there's a watch guide for Buffy and Angel. Starting on Buffy season 3, you're supposed to watch every other episode, and then there's a full ass guide, and it works out pretty well. I like it.
I never really got into Buffy. That was kind of my sister's thing. She liked it. I was definitely one of the people who liked Charmed and never really figured out, like, I mean, it was a decent show, but I was like, wow, why do I like this show so much? And it wasn't until, like, I was with Psycho 1 and we were living in Lake Orion and we were watching it. She's like, let's watch Charmed. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I remember this show. It was decent. Holy shit, there is no bras in that fucking whole series ward, and it's like they have the AC fully cranked, so everyone is like freaking turkey basters. Bing! It's like, oh, this is why I like this show so much, because I was like super horny teenage boy, and there's nipples just bing, 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 bing.
Just everywhere.
Your classic Rachel and Monica.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That show had a lot of nipples.
Yes.
See, that was one thing I never watched was Friends. My mom was big into it, and I just could never get into it. Even now, it's just kind of like meh. I know my wonderful wife is like, "Oh, it's great," and I'm like, it's okay sometimes, but it's not my
classic
cup of tea.
TV.
It is. Classic 90s TV. I mean, I watched it when I was a kid because my parents would watch it, so I was just kind of
right.
there. And I mean, it seemed funny, but I didn't get the jokes because I was like 10 at the time.
Right.
So
you probably laughed at all the Joey stuff, like the turkey on the
dumb
head,
stuff. Absolutely.
Don't touch my food.
I'll still laugh at that.
How you do it?
I'll still laugh at that.
But I think part of that is also just, the fact that I couldn't stand Friends because Ross was a whiny little bitch. And even as a kid, I knew, like, God, you're whiny. Like, God, I hope I'm not like you.
Yep.
Let's run a Friends one shot. What's your who are you in the Friends universe then? You gotta pick one.
I don't even have a clue.
I'm Tom Selleck's character that keeps coming back.
Monica's boyfriend.
Yes.
There you go.
I guess, I mean, if I had to be one of, like, the Fab Six, like those, I think it'd be a Phoebe.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm not high-strung enough to be a Monica, and I'm not superficial enough to be a Rachel.
No. Yeah, you're Phoebe. You're a little wild.
Little out there. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by COVID-19.
Oh, yeah. yeah, Drake's got COVID. It's making the rounds to the group.
Most likely.
I'm going to go ahead and say pass on that one.
It's not like we wanted it. Not like we said, hey, I want COVID over here.
Yeah.
So,
how are you and the family doing?
The wee one, Axel, is just super snotty. Ollie's got a really bad cough that comes and goes. My fever roller coasters, like, I'll have a fever, and then I will be normal, have a fever, normal, throughout the day. Anything I eat, I am praying to the porcelain god, like, 2 hours later, just pure liquid shits, and my smell and taste is diminishing, so it sucks ass.
I bet.
All right. That fucking sucks.
Yeah. But back onto topic.
Yeah.
I mean, there's be a lot of cool things. Like, I saw, on the thing, because I don't have a Twitter, and I know we were talking earlier, like, hey, this is what it's going to be. And I'm like, hey, I need to see what this is, because I don't have Twitter.
Tweet, motherfucker.
There's a link
and
in
yeah,
you said it, and I even looked in it. The Underworld thing, that, I think, would be amazing to run. Like, I am a huge Underworld fan. Yeah, the lighter ones were kind of meh, but those first, I'll say 2 plus the prequel were definitely solid, and then 4 and 5 were kind of
yeah.
5 kind of redeemed itself. 4 was just kind of like, oh, you did a cash grab hard.
They absolutely did.
4 was a cash grab. 5 was like, okay, this works.
That suggestion came from @CharacterArcana. And they named other stuff too, like DBZ, Gundam, Underworld, Resident Evil, DC Marvel, Tremors, that's fun, Star Trek, and Fallout. So they're all up in it.
Fallout would be kind of cool.
Fallout would be cool. I think a Firefly one would be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that just Starfinder?
It can be.
Firefly's more, though, there's, like, no aliens. It's just like, oh, hey, we've colonized...
A shit ton of planets.
We've basically colonized, I think, a nearby solar system, because I don't think it's Earth. I think Earth was kind of going the way it is now, and we all kind of, like, boo! We all left, and after generations of going through space, we colonized a nearby solar system, and... that, but Firefly I think would be awesome.
I should watch that. I haven't seen it. I know there's not a lot.
There's like 12 episodes in a movie, and it's one of those like you watch and you're just like, oh, this could have been so good, but
didn't it die during the writer's strike? Is that what happened?
No,
it got canceled.
It went to Fox.
That was a Joss Whedon one too,
yep.
Right?
Sure was. I heard they were supposed to be bringing it back, but I don't hold faith.
They've done so many, like, oh, it's coming back, it's coming back, it's coming back. The most I've seen is, like, the movie brought it back so they could kind of tie some loose ends. And after the movie, I think a couple of years, they're like, oh, it's coming back. And then they decided to do, like, comics.
Yep. I've seen that.
So,
what about you, Yaka? Yaka is also here with us today.
He is here. Quiet. He's just super fucking quiet.
I'm being the fucking rogue and just hanging out in the background.
Yeah, on a talking podcast, you're just not talking.
Yep.
Please, you're just diddling yourself.
I rolled really high on stealth, what can I say?
When usually it's a nat 1.
Usually. That's why I got the luck feat.
He still rolls nat ones.
Roll those ones, buddy.
Still, just keeps rolling. He's not the luckiest even with it. Halfling divination luck wizard with luck. It's still not going to go well for him.
How do you get 5 nat 1s in a row?
On the same action of all things.
By being cursed.
On the same action, yes. Right. It's like, all right, I'll try to run away. I'm going to ask you to roll for that one, too.
just because.
Yep. That's it. Yep. No, I can't view any of it because it won't. I don't know what happened. Like, everything's working fine today. And then, like, she's like, here's the link to everything. And it was just like, spinning.
Okay.
Here,
so
I'll send it to you on the phone.
That's fine, on the phone. But what is something that you want to see?
Put it in the chat. Well, I did read a little bit that was in the chat when you screenshot it and sent it. And, I mean, what one would I want to play, man? Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
And you know who I would pick?
Broly. Of all times.
Oh, yes, baby.
He's been trying to make Broly in all these different systems for so long now. Mm-hmm. I think the best one that really fit in my eyes was that Barbarian Sorcerer hybrid in Pathfinder. I think that was probably the best fit.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
I remember it because we went and saw...
the Broly movie.
Yeah, the Broly movie, and afterwards, on the way back, I think to the house, we were like just talking about like how would we do this,
and that would be the one.
Well, yeah, I would totally just grab that before any of y'all. I'd fight you. I'd cut your tires. I don't give a shit.
Well, that's fine because I need new tires.
But they do have like a Broly build for 5E. I just haven't looked at it. I just remember scrolling past it on Pinterest and like, oh, save it. I didn't even look at it. Just looking at something specific.
Yep.
And it's just a picture of my Broly, my badass.
You're badass. Yeah, what the hell was that?
One I would actually really like to do, and I meant to say this earlier, but then we went off on train of thoughts. And again, as I say, my train of thought trying to haggle them all together is like trying to cage up and herd cracked out, methed out cats and squirrels, and that just doesn't work. Dark Crystal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun. Like, I haven't watched the Netflix series. I think I've watched 1 or 2 episodes, and when it got said like they weren't doing it anymore, I was crushed. I want someone to pick that up and do that justice. Like that prequel, like do it. Let us see everything that's going to happen. Because I think that would be an amazing, especially if you do like the lead up to the movie. I think it'd be amazing.
I want to be a Skeksis.
See, I think that's the thing, is like you could do it so different ways. You could be like, oh hey, today we're gonna do like an evil type Dark Crystal, so everyone's Skeksis, and you know, it could do like to me that would be fun.
Yeah.
Have the party against like on both sides against each other.
Yes.
Like working. That'd be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Just in general, just like for a regular campaign, have an all evil campaign where you're the bad guys and all of the heroes of the land, like you're trying to kill them and stop them from thwarting your plans. You
I
damn
think the only
kids.
problem with I think the only problem with that idea though is you gotta really try not to metagame.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I've seen a lot of people. They'd have like two groups going at once, and then at the end they bring them in together and they're fighting each other. Like they're working towards the same type of goal, but one's working towards the opposite of the other.
Whoa!
I've seen that, and I've also I'm trying to remember who was it. I think it was either Guy or Colville, or it might have even been someone else on YouTube that. They were talking about how they ran this campaign and his characters or his players were starting to burn out because it was like a 2-year campaign. And around like the 20-month mark, people were starting to get burned out. So he goes, okay, we're doing a one-shot next week. But he left him on like this huge cliffhanger, like, you just got back from a battle, you're revelry, you're partying, and the next morning you wake up and you look and there's these dragons coming. And there's the cliffhanger. You know, we're going to play this other campaign for a couple weeks just to get your minds right. Goes, does this other campaign, and the way he wrapped up that like 4 or 5 week campaign was at the beginning of that last session, it's you all hop on dragons and you just bombard this town.
Whoa!
And they're starting to go like, wait, what? And literally it is them just demolishing this town. And then the next week they pick up on the original campaign and it is them dealing with the aftermath of what they did. And it's just like,
so awesome.
And I mean, I just remember watching it going, oh my god, this would be amazing. Yeah. Like, completely like, oh, hey, you guys are getting burned out. Okay, this campaign's not over yet, but here, let's try this. And it was like, they're from a different land or some shit like that. And it's just, they're going through, it was kind of like an evil-ish campaign, like a lawful evil, like, hey, we're going to conquer, we're going to subjugate, but we're not going to be like, just, hey, stab the kid, stab the grandma.
What a mind fuck.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, you're going to go do this. Right. Like, I just remember seeing that and going, oh my.
I think it's a really cool idea.
I think it's an amazing idea. Like, you would just literally mind fuck your old players. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Wait, what?
This is why you don't be a murder hobo.
I like getting fucked. Bring it.
I know you do. You like your mega crabs.
Yes, mega crabs.
I think South Park would be another fun one.
Oh, God. Just play the stick of truth. Just play the stick of truth. You got it.
I'm going to be Towley.
Oh, no. I'll be Mr. Hanky.
Howdy ho!
You guys want me high?
Oh, I want to be the little hand Jennifer Lopez.
Yes. Taco, taco, taco.
I think it would be one of those, like, okay, everyone roll, here's your characters, go. And then, like, maybe 10 minutes into it, be like, oh yeah, I go to do this. Okay, you hear this person go, be like, God damn it, I'm Kenny, motherfucker. Yeah. All your rolls are now at disadvantage.
Oh, no.
Quadruple disadvantage.
And at
like,
the end of every
all
session,
your deaths,
you die.
Like, all your death saves, all your anything that could kill, all your damage is doubled. Oh, like, all your death saves are at quadruple disadvantage. Like, you're gonna die. And you know you're gonna die.
But you do always come back.
Yep.
You always come back.
Yep. Don't have to roll that new character.
Right.
I think a cool one that they mention in here is Gundam. Gundam would be cool.
I've played a system, and I didn't play it. I actually watched because I was working a lot. I think it was after I moved back home back in like 2011, 2012. Was going through a bad breakup, all this crazy shit. Was working a lot, and I just remember like, oh hey, I'm gonna go up to the Dragon and play some D&D, and it was just like everyone's like, oh hey, we're doing this, and I'm like, I am so exhausted. I am mentally drained.
I'm not learning.
I can't learn. I can't learn this new systems. And they're like, well, you're welcome to watch. And I'm like, I'm going to do that because this seems interesting. And it was like a battle mech thing. And it was like, you have your hit points. You have your mech's hit points. If, like, it was just so much clustered.
Insane. I'm thinking more of like a D20 or like a Dragon 5e conversion. Like I found one on, I think it's Gundam5e.com. It's almost a 1-to-1 like conversion from some of those classes and those like system.
Oh no, like if you're gonna do it that way, that would work. I'm just saying like there's systems out there where you have your hit points and then you have your mech's hit points, and like it, because I've watched them play it a couple sessions here and there throughout the years, and I just remember it was like, oh hey, you basically decide like where your pilot is. It could be in the body, it can be in the head, it can be a shoulder, whatever. So you have your hit points. And then you have your mech's hit points, and there's the head hit points, body, for the arms, legs. Yep. So you roll damage, or you roll to hit. So you roll your D20, or I think it was percentile. So you roll that. Okay, you hit. Now you roll, I think it was a D6 to see where you hit.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, boom. You hit body, or it might have even been like a D10 where it's like, okay, 1 through 3 is this, 4 through 6 is this. Yeah. Right, so it's like, it was just like, hit this. Okay, cool. Okay, now roll the damage. Okay, now you've taken hit points away. Oh, but if that hits, the co-pilot, now you're taking your hit point. And I'm just like, oh my. Like.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar to, like, it was a cartoon on Toonami when we were younger. And you bought the little doll or the little plastic bits, and then they had dice with them, and you would roll. I can't remember the name of it, but it basically like just a miniature Gundam Pokemon crossover.
Oh, Metabots. Was that Metabots?
Metabots.
Yeah.
Whoa,
that's exactly how you played it in real life.
Okay. I remember.
You had your little miniature, and then when it got destroyed, you take it off.
Yep.
And you can't use whatever weapons on that.
Yeah, and they had like a base skeleton, and you just like swap the pieces on that skeleton for different things. Yeah, that was actually a really cool. It was an anime. It was a really cool anime. But I mean, it was like a 4 kids anime when they translated it over. But yeah, that was really cool. Another one I think, now that Drake has watched it, all of us would like to play Avatar: The Last Airbender. Or something similar.
Yep.
So even after like the Korra series with all the metal bending and insanity.
So wait, we're all going to be monks for the next campaign? Is that what you're saying?
Oops, all monks.
We can.
Here's the thing: if we're going to do an Avatar thing, I'm doing it way before, or whoever DMs it has to do it way before any of the shenanigans of the series.
Oh, that's fine.
Kind of almost like Star Wars, The Old Republic, the MMO, where they're like, hey, we're going to go so far into the past that, like, we can totally just circle jerk and you're not going to be like, okay.
I mean, because they turned everything into Legends, they're just pulling from that shit. Like Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, they're pulling from that. Revan is in the MMO. So, yeah, they're pulling from all that shit, which annoys me, but whatever. But, yeah, how far have you gotten in Korra? How far?
Not even finished the first episode, because when I was messaging you and Ray yesterday, like, I was like, oh my god, this is crazy, and it was almost at the end of the first episode, and then my phone went off and went, hey, the Red Wings are playing. I'm like, hey, I'm done.
Okay, so...
And then I found out that, Hulu and all, like, YouTube TV and all these things, like, whoever owns Fox Sports Detroit's a bunch of cock gobblers, because they're like, we want, like, 80% of your profits, otherwise you can't have our station. And they were like, okay, fuck off. And then, of course, NBC's like, hey, we have the Red Wings and the Blue Jackets on our station. I'm like, cool, click. And it's like, sorry, blackout. And I'm like, I don't even have this channel. How the fuck is this blackout? Like, this isn't fair. Like, I don't even have this channel and you're blacking me out. This is bullshit.
Yep. Okay, so I can't mention some of the stuff later on that kind of goes into, like, who the Avatar is and why. But they do touch on, like, the beginning. I shouldn't say they touch on it. They show the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
But that's not until, like, the last season. Right?
No, it's the second season.
Is
Yep.
it?
Well, I just remember,
It's the second season.
like, when that show ended, people were up in arms because she's a lesbian or stuff. And people just flipped fucking shit. Like, this was the best show ever, and the last 2 minutes just killed it. And I'm like, seriously?
All it was is them holding hands walking into a spirit portal. That was it. No kissing.
Right.
No showing affection. It's literally, let's hold hands and walk through the spirit portal into an unknown land. That was it.
Right, and people were like, are they lesbian? And then the creator's like, well, yeah. And they're like,
a comic showing it.
like, this is bullshit. Like, this is the worst thing ever. And it's like, oh boy, here we go. Our episode that just dropped actually today, that we recorded like a month ago, is episode 7, which we actually touch on the gatekeeping bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do. So.
Also, if you watched Korra and you didn't feel the Korrasami vibes, like, as soon as they met each other, then you're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Right,
Exactly.
right. It was there.
Yep.
It was there from the beginning. Nobody was, like, queer baiting. Like, them bitches was gay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. Yeah, Korra was trying to find herself through the entire series. So, and they really touch on it in, I think it's the 3rd season, when
I didn't get to the 3rd season, but you picked it up. Like, I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, the 3rd season, she's just like, I don't want to be the Avatar. I need to figure out who the fuck I am. So it's pretty good, and it explores, like, her as a person more than just, hey, I'm the Avatar. So it's pretty good.
Well, I mean, the first couple minutes of the first episode, which I saw.
You gotta deal with it.
Yeah, that was
Right, they're like, your search is done, and they're like, well, why? And she, like, literally blows the friggin' rock through the whole hut, and then bursts through, and like you said, she throws that flame, like, I'm the Avatar, you gotta deal with it. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome.
I
She's
loved
not even.
her gut.
God.
Her just little gut hanging out of her shirt.
Yeah.
so
It's just like,
that-
oh my
that-
god, she took like Aang's obnoxiousness and
Yes.
just cranked it to 12.
Oh,
if you didn't notice, go back and see, like, her mom. She's got bags under her eyes. Everything is dirty. The whole house is a fucking mess, and she's just trying to hold it together.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I
Please,
feel for her.
please take this child, please.
But it totally fits her personality.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, the one element she struggled with was the air element, which is, like, this passiveness, and she had none of that in her personality.
Yep, and she struggled with the spirit part of being the Avatar too, because she was just like, I'm fucking physical, I'm gonna beat your ass, motherfucker. Not calm, and like you said, like the air nomads. So yeah.
Calculating.
Yes.
She didn't have any of that.
No. So definitely watch it. You'll love pro bending. You'll love the metal bending. They take it up a notch with the metal bending, and then they go further in, like, the 3rd season and then some.
Thank God for Toph.
Yes.
Just thank
Oh.
God for
Toph.
Toph Bayfon.
Tough. So great.
So good.
But yeah, I would love to do an Avatar thing. Even if we go back to Pathfinder and use the kineticist build, because that's basically Avatar, just throw in gravity as well. It's so good. So good.
I don't know. I think, like, there's a lot of... we see a whole bunch of, like, be a firebender, be an airbender, be an avatar, whatever. It has to be super homebrewed. Like, you have to get all up in there.
Yeah. That's why that was my side.
I was just saying, somebody's
like
washer or
laundry.
dryer.
Yeah, we're doing, busy adults. We're doing our laundry while the podcast.
Right.
But yeah,
You're multitasking? How dare
that's
you?
my life. My life is nothing but multitasking. At work, I have to work on 3 things at once at work. I'm printing, I'm packing stuff now. I'm also working on paint cabinets and bullshit. By the way, If any of you are Audi service managers, you guys are getting awards, and I hate you with a passion.
Oh, jeez.
I honestly, I hate it
Well,
because there's...
There goes some subs.
Yeah, I was gonna say there goes our Audi fan group.
I hate it because there's so many awards.
Audi or Audi?
Audi.
They were our biggest fans
Oh.
until now.
God, I hate it because we have so many of them, and I have to go through alphabetically one by one through stacks of boxes of awards, and then I got to pull medallions for them. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I hate you guys, and I hope you love your awards because they are really cool. I'm not gonna lie, they are.
All right.
Yeah.
I think another cool one, now that I'm thinking about it. Sorry, guys, this took me a while because I just was going off like what was actually posted on
The
that
method
thing.
cats going on.
Yeah. Princess Mononoke.
Oh,
we're
hell
all
yeah.
anime fans. Like, be part of that world. Like, as everything's going to shit, or even just after everything goes to shit and it kind of goes back to normal. Or, like, Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal would be awesome. That would.
That would have to be another, massive homebrew.
Yeah. Yeah, like you have to pick a specialization, and that's fucking it. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it'd be kind of like the Wizards, right?
Kind of. I would. Yeah, to an extent, I guess. They do have.
I'd almost say more
transmutation.
Sorcerer.
That's what I was thinking. More
Well,
sorcerer.
no, just because of the
but-
specialization. When you're
Yeah.
when you're a wizard, you pick like your school of magic, and that's all you got.
And they study a lot. It's a lot of studying. It's not like just innate magical ability. It's they study how to do these things, and then they just do it.
Yeah, but you'd have to be, like, super focused, like, oh, hey, you're flame, you're...
It's like ultra specialized, and that is
Yeah.
it. You cannot branch out into anything else. So I think a team of alchemists, specialized alchemists, would be a really fun campaign.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I know. When my wife first started like watching it with me, she's like, "Why does it do that?" That's where they'd cut to commercial.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And, if we did that, every beginning of every session, we'd have to play that opening theme song.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not changing that.
My backstory has a little girl and a dog in it.
No.
No.
God
never.
damn it.
Not allowed.
No.
Not allowed.
No. We are never ever going to mention that.
Oh, man. I never got that, and then you guys explained it to me, and I watched it again. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Like, I never had a connection to it. until you told me. I
Whether
was
you're
like,
watching the
oh, wow.
original anime or Brotherhood, it hits deep. The original anime drags it out.
I think the original hits harder because they
drag
go in depth. It's like 3 episodes, 4 episodes where you get to fall in love with that kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it just, boom, and you're like,
Yeah, instead of like
that's it!
15 minutes and you know it's going to happen.
Right.
Ah, yeah. Oh god.
Yeah. Again, we've said it in past episodes. I'm kind of the meme person at work, and I have to pick and choose my memes based on that. That's one of like my tamer memes where there's a picture of this girl and she's wearing a shirt, and it's got the transmutation circle in the background, and it's got the dog and the kid, and they're doing the fusion dance, and. Like, anyone that I know at work that would get that, and I show it to them, they're instantly like, dude, the fuck is wrong with you? And, like, people who have no idea about the anime, they're like, I don't get it. And it's like, yeah, there's a reason why. Yep. But, like, there's people I can show, like, people I can be like, oh, hey, show this super sexual, raunchy meme to, and they're like, ha ha ha, I show them that, and they're like, really debating on going to HR on this one. Like, well, damn.
Yeah.
You gotta know your target audience.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, boobs and sex and all that? Okay, yeah, ha ha ha, funny.
No problem.
Little girl and a dog being fused together? That's it. That's the line that's crossed.
Right. And that one's not even like, on that meme, it's not even like a forceful fusion. It's like, I'm gonna fuse. Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who would be cool. I didn't watch too far into it, but Doctor Who would be cool. It'd be.
I mean,
it'd be different.
It's kind of like it definitely is an open-ended world. You can't have somebody be, oh, I'm the doctor. I'm
Yeah.
a Time Lord. Like, I don't know how well that would super work, because then you're the main character. You're like the hero?
I feel like the players would have to be the companions, and you'd have the NPC.
What if you do
Yeah.
like a doctor's apprentice almost? I know it's not in the actual world, but like, I mean, it's fantasy, guys. You could try like up and coming doctor apprentices, like he's starting to train, or one of them are starting to train a new doctor.
It'd either have to be all Time Lords or no Time Lords.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
But it'd be pretty cool.
If you can get it to work, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people.
I mean, if we're
or go ahead.
I was gonna say that would be one that would definitely have to be like a one shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not a campaign. That is a, oh hey, let's do a one shot. You guys are in the TARDIS. You're with the Doctor.
Yep.
You'd have to brush up on your English accents.
Yeah.
Or Scottish, whichever.
Right.
God.
Or Northern? Isn't Jodie... Doesn't she play a Northern person?
I haven't seen the last two. I haven't seen the current one, and I saw very little of Capaldi.
Yeah,
Because
same
I started
here.
working tons of overtime, and it's like, oh hey, I can't watch this.
I have to sit down and watch it.
Mhm.
Like, it's not just like we were talking about The Office or Scrubs, like, before this started.
Right.
Like, you can just put that on and have it going
Yeah.
while you're doing something else. You have to sit
Yeah,
down and watch Doctor Who.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to be like focused and lasered. Like
Yep.
kids are crying, shut the fuck up. Because something in this episode's gonna appear at the end, at the season finale, and they're gonna make a reference to this, and we're gonna go
Yes.
mind poof.
Yep.
Absolutely. The face of Bo comes to mind.
Oh my god.
That was such a good arc.
That was a
the
really
the
good
face
reveal.
of Bo, or Matt Smith's first season.
Mm-hmm.
When
The Prisoner
he's-
Zero stuff.
Yes, when he goes back and like they hit like every episode where he's going back and Amy Pond, and oh, that was so good.
Yeah, I agree.
think-
Hey,
Yeah.
let's take a break.
Oh, okay. Break time. We'll be back, guys.
Drake here, folks. Thanks for listening to Busy Adults. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, pretty much everywhere else on the internet. Make sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe wherever you're listening to Busy Adults. That's BUSYADDULTS. Now, back to the show.
Hey guys, we're back with the Busy Adults to talk about things and show plenty of pictures that you can't see.
God.
This isn't an ASMR channel.
I mean, it could be.
Pass.
We're not going to.
We're not going to.
Not unless we have a very specific fan base.
I mean, yeah, if you guys want to hear some blah blah blah, I can't ASMR, I guess.
ASMR.
There you go.
I couldn't remember what it was. Then you know,
I got the acronyms.
throw money at us, and we might think about it.
Do I even want to know what an ASMR is?
Yes.
Just what he was like talking to a microphone real quiet, but like all of like real on it.
Yeah.
I think.
Basically, all the classical music channels. And that was Beethoven's Fifth, performed by the London Symphony.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you guys really want, we'll start a like Twitch channel or something, and we'll just do ASMR videos. If you just throw money at us, we're not gonna do it for free.
Yeah, absolutely. We will almost do anything for money.
Almost. We're like dancing monkeys.
I said almost. I'm pretty sure that was in there.
I mean, if it's fun, I'll do it for free.
No. I just see Drake's face like, oh no.
That's
You can tell you can tell which one of us doesn't have kids.
Yeah. Or
That's because I put my dick in anything.
Gross.
he means anything, guys. If there's a hole in the ground,
Yes.
there's a dick in it now.
Garden hose, toaster.
Aw. Hey, toaster. Back on track. Speaking of toaster,
I saw Brave Little Toaster.
I suggested Brave Little
Toaster?
Toaster.
Oh, you suggested
Autobots, Decepticons.
Oh,
It
yes. I want... Yes, I need a Transformers one. I need a Transformers one.
Dun, dun, dun.
That'd be badass.
How would that work? Like you just pick your
So
mechanical item?
you can do like a class, because they have like you've got your healer type class, you've got your scout type class, and then you've got your like warrior and then defender type classes that you could do. Like Optimus is obviously a warrior. Then you've got Red Alert, who would be the healer. Bumblebee would be more of your scout, I guess. And then Overhaul. I think Overhaul would be your defender. But yeah, and I think it'd be sweet. I think it'd be cool.
I think there's one
probably
that's a boombox. That'll be
Yes.
the Bard, I suppose.
Yeah, that's fuck, what's his name? Sound something.
Shockwave.
Oh yeah, Shockwave. You're right. Yep.
Speaking of Transformers,
Mhm.
have you seen the War for Cybertron Earthrise, the season 2?
No, I've not watched season 2. I keep forgetting about it. I watched season 1.
It's amazing, and they set up season 3 to bring back Beast Wars.
Oh hell yeah, I love Beast Wars.
Yeah.
There's this badass Beast Wars video game that I loved playing back on the PS1.
Dinobot makes an appearance.
Of course he
at
does.
the end of season 2, and it's just like, ah! Like, I made a noise that scared the fuck out of the kids and Candace, and she's like, "What the fuck just happened?" And I'm like, "My childhood just happened."
My childhood just came, guys.
Cool.
But yeah, so yeah, Brave Little Toaster I think might be kind of neat.
That would be similar to your Transformer one.
Yeah.
Like you would just pick a household item
don't
and
know if
assign a
that's
class
similar.
to it. same thing. That like I don't watch Transformers. I know of its existence and I understand the concept. So that's where I come in and I'm like, it's the same thing as Brave Little Toaster, right? You're just like
No.
you're like a fucking
No.
air fryer. Like
No, I like how you remember the
Mine-
boombox.
Mine's gonna be big. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be able to hide inside things.
You're gonna be a vacuum cleaner?
Yay! He guessed it.
I was
just
gonna say
waiting
an
for someone to throw out a
extension
guess.
cord.
I was gonna say a baseball bat, but then you said hide in things. I'm like, I don't know about that one.
Take form of tampon. And now we wait.
Now we wait.
That would be a sad existence as the girl here, let me tell you.
You know what? That would be an interesting one. Just like a slice of life, Family Guy.
We're gonna
And the
have
chicken and
yes,
the chicken and Peter fight
We're-
for the final boss battle.
yeah, we're gonna have a lot of just that going on, and a lot of Stewie trying to just kill people. Yeah, that's what that would be.
Is that the one where the dog talks?
Yes. Have you
Seriously?
never watched Family Guy?
I don't like Family Guy. I was being an asshole.
Oh God. Okay.
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 That's fine.
I don't know if it's fine, guys.
No, I'm not a fan of the Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
I don't like any of those. The American Dad, the Space one, the Ted. None of it's my jive.
I like the earlier seasons of Family Guy and American
Yeah.
Dad. The mid to later shit, no. I like the
Yeah,
early
it gets
stuff.
really weird.
Yeah.
I think what's his name? Who wrote Family Guy? I'm totally blanking on him right now. But
Seth MacFarlane.
yeah, Seth. Yeah, I don't know why.
I just said
I did.
I don't even like it, and I know who fucking wrote it.
Right, and he's just like, yeah, I always wanted to push the envelope, and I think he definitely tried to push the envelope more with the later seasons because it's like
Yeah.
it got out of my envelope. Let's just say that.
Yeah, no, I didn't much care for it. I'd say probably like the first 6 seasons of Family Guy I'm cool with. The first 2
Yeah.
of American Dad I'm okay with. After that, yeah, it just got ridiculous and dumb.
It gets schizophrenic almost. Like they're trying really hard.
Yeah. And then when the internet blew up when they tried to kill Brian, or when they did kill Brian and bring in that new dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even see that, but I remember the internet blowing up.
Yeah, I remember the internet blowing up. I didn't watch it. I'm like, who cares? Who cares? It's a character, guys. Come on.
Come on,
But,
dude.
yeah.
We play D&D. Characters die all the time.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
This is normal, right? Who here has watched Treasure Planet?
I have not. I know of it.
What is
I watched
wrong?
it
That'd be a fun
1,000
one.
years ago when I was a youth.
We watched it like last week. Treasure Planet's awesome. I think a Treasure Planet campaign would be really cool.
Yeah, or Atlantis,
Yeah.
one of those Disney
Atlantis
flicks.
would be sweet. Yep.
Atlantis would be cool.
Yep. I think Treasure Planet would be more of like a Starfinder type campaign
Yeah.
at that point. But I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah. What about Labyrinth?
Labyrinth would be sweet. Yeah.
That would be.
One of the bosses could be David Bowie's codpiece.
Oh, God.
That man doesn't need a codpiece. What the fuck are you talking about? That is the Starman, 100%.
Well, whatever.
Wow,
That would be one of the bosses.
Speaking of bosses, I see here at Dice Modifiers talked about doing the Cash Me Outside girl in an arena-style gladiator fight. I'd love to kill her.
Oh my god.
That would be
I would love to, too.
hilarious.
Put her ass in there, and I'm all for it.
Well, there was more. If you
There-
go through
yeah.
that
Well,
how could you-
Yeah, there's more. There's
Well, how could you fight her in an arena when she says "Catch me outside"?
it,
Like that's just too contradictory.
Coliseum,
It's
bro.
catch-22.
It's an outside Coliseum. Just outside Coliseum.
But it's inside the Coliseum.
it's in
And
a
you gotta be
bowl, but
outside.
you're outside, man. But no, I would love to just shut her dumb ass up. Yeah. Give me a chance to do it, and it's going to happen. I don't care if I'm lawful evil or lawful good. I'm going to kill her.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, she breaks the law, so it's okay.
Yep.
It's for the better of the people.
That's right. This is going to benefit everybody, guys.
Put that spin on it, bitch.
Yeah, that's the rogue of the group.
Yeah, I was super full of ideas after putting this post out, and then I was like, National Treasure. Like, come on. National Treasure one shot. Let's steal the Declaration of Independence.
Yes.
I mean, that might have to wait a while after last week's or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Too soon? Too soon?
Yeah, to date this
a little bit
episode,
too soon.
guys, this is the day before inauguration. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how tomorrow goes before we.
Oh god.
This might have to be edited out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one for y'all, and you'll either know it or you won't. Code Monkeys.
Yes.
Oh, I recognize the name, but I never watched it.
Yes.
Oh, Chocolate Man.
Oh my god, I loved it. Dude, so the theme song, I actually went and downloaded it and everything and listened to the whole fucking song. It is depressing as shit. It's good, but the theme song is depressing as shit.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I would love a Code Monkeys. I don't know how you would do it, but I mean, it's just insane.
It would be a slice of life, just complete off the fucking walls. Like,
Yeah.
oh hey, you get super stoned at the beginning of the session, and just
Piss yourself. There's a lot of pissing yourself.
you gotta fight Todd and his crazy annoying things like the cock goblin.
Yep. And then you got to deal with, what was the owner's name? The fuck? Todd's dad, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mr. Larry.
Yeah. Holy shit. He has
Yeah,
some
yeah.
shit, dude. He'll get you in some stuff.
You also gotta fight Todd though. That boy is retarded.
Yeah, that was good. I think that would be fun. What else, guys?
Another thing that G4 killed.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Go straight Dark Tournament. Just go straight to the Dark Tournament.
Yeah, that's all you would have to do.
Yep.
Just set it up. You're in the Dark Tournament. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
But it would it's still kind of a one-on-one thing. Because that's how the Dark Tournament goes.
See, here's my thing with that. Dark Tournament, you can just do a session. I think you hit that, and we're kind of back to like the Doctor Who issue of who's going to be what.
No, like Dark Tournament wise, you can join the tournament as your own character and fight against everybody.
And then Yusuke and the gang are your final opponents.
And you can make them as Warlock, Sorcerer, that's basically Rage, Battle Rager, even. So you can do it. Definitely do like a Dark Tournament one shot, not a whole campaign.
That's but like I said, it's only 1-on-1 for a Dark Tournament.
Yeah, technically.
That's the downside to it.
Technically.
Have any of you watched the Critical Role Doom one shot?
No.
Oh
yes,
my gosh.
Mancubus.
Oh, Mancubus.
That was really fun.
That's like I'm trying to think something along the lines of like that. Like think of a video game that just off the fucking wall, just
Off the wall.
Minecraft or Terraria or some shit.
I mean, I'm thinking of Solid Snake,
Solid Snake.
but that's like a big
Metal
stealth
Gear.
mission.
Yeah. Jesus, Matt. Jesus.
Yes, it's a penis joke.
It is.
Everybody who didn't get it, I said Solid Snake, and then Yaku was like, "Ha ha, that's like a penis," and then we all were like, "Oh."
He's a child, okay?
Hey, man.
He's got the mind of a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Kind
We
of
like
for
you
now.
still, I suppose.
God. Kind of for now. Yeah, what other games could you do?
Shit. What's that?
I mean, you could do a Halo.
Well,
You could.
I always
Yeah.
thought it was cool, and it's kind of basically like Venom, but they did it for a video game. Some guy caught a virus and was in New York City, and I don't remember the name of it. Prototype.
Yep.
Yeah, something like that, or like
Prototype.
Venom.
Prototype?
Like, I think
Prototype.
that'd be badass.
Yep. Yeah, Prototype, it was
Yeah.
basically like, you're the bad guy. You have special demon
Yeah,
powers.
and you didn't know
Fucking
it until
go.
the end.
Here's one
Yeah.
because I just loaded Steam and it's right on the front page. Kingdoms of Almir.
Oh, yeah.
Amalur.
Yep, Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. Yeah.
Even, I mean, all the re-reckoning is
Yeah, I
they
know,
made it
it's-
pretty.
yeah. They make it really nice.
Like that was a just wonderful game.
yeah. Oh,
Or even pick a Tales series. Tales of
Oh yeah,
Vesperia.
I love Symphonia.
Oh,
That's a
Symphonia.
good
Tales
one.
of
Good one.
Symphonia, Tales of Berisia, Tales of whatever. Like there's a bunch of different Tales games.
yep, any of
We
those.
should play a Diablo.
Yes.
That would
I've actually
be good.
played Diablo ones. They are solid.
I think we should do a survival campaign where you go out into the woods and then you can collect things like dirt and sticks and stone, and you make your own tools, and then you build things with it.
Like an
And-
Ark.
No, not like that one, but like really shitty graphics. Like,
Like Minecraft, like I said earlier. Like 5 minutes ago. Or Terraria.
By the way, guys, we do an ARC stream with most of us. Yaka over here is being a bitch and he won't download it. But we do.
I don't wanna
Because he
play it.
needs a
I don't
computer
wanna play
that's
it.
good
He-
enough to play
he needs-
Minesweeper.
He needs the internet that's good enough to play Minesweeper.
it can play it, yeah. The internet's the problem.
Yeah.
The
I was
computer-
gonna say, I think his computer could probably play Ark. It's
Yeah,
the fact that if he had to download it, it would take about a year to download.
Yeah, and then just
and when trying to run it, it would have a heart attack.
Yeah, but yeah, we do have an ARC stream that we do once in a while. It's through my Busted Bones gaming thing, but yeah, it's fun.
Plug your stuff.
Oh, I wasn't going to. I was just
I wish I
saying we
could
have
just-
a fun ARC stream with all of us, and I'm really sad about last night. It was bullshit.
It happens.
We had a bad night.
Everybody
We
died.
lost our birds. It was.
I feel like it
sad.
was karma at the end for me. Just like, oh, hey, I've died a lot this game. And you guys are like, ha ha. And then all of a sudden the raptor just ass raped you too. And I'm like, oh,
She didn't
it's
die.
so good.
She did not die. I died, and all 3 of our pterodactyls died.
Fuck you! I didn't die, bitch.
And then I went back over there, and that fucking raptor's quick as shit. He wasn't even
Alpha.
looking at me, and I'm like, I need to go. And then he got my ass before I got back to the raft. It sucked.
If
Oh,
I
man.
needed to, I would have swam my way back to the fucking base.
The
Clever
megalodon would have
girl.
ate your ass.
Yeah,
But
it's a good time.
yeah, if you guys like Ark Survival Evolved and our dumbasses, we play it on Busted Bones Gaming on Facebook. Just look it up.
Or if you like just watching, what are you playing right now? You playing Cyberpunk? You have a Madden tournament that'll definitely be over by the time this episode comes out, so never mind.
It might. It's gonna be like 2 months for that. So, yeah.
Cyberpunk, he's kind of backing off, though.
Yeah.
'Cause it is a bit glitchy.
Yeah, the glitch.
And that's one thing
they're getting overwhelming. It's little shit here and there that's piling on to where I just don't want to deal with it.
It gets worse as the game goes on. Like,
Yeah.
where I was this morning was so bad. Like, I've heard that there's parts that are almost impossible to play, and this part was. I, like, just randomly would be like, oh, hey, you're doing 50 frames per second. Now you're down to 5. Like, I'm literally not doing anything. I'm, like, moving towards this wall. Don't care, you're at 5 frames per second for, like, 30 seconds. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to die.
Yeah, and even for me, I'm on a 3070, and I'll get to points where it's like, oh, yeah, no, you were running at 70 frames a second. Now it's 20. For no reason.
Yeah.
How would a Cyberpunk type game work? Like, would it be for a one
Depends
shot?
on
Would it be
how-
like Demolition Man? Would it be like no? not
Cyberpunk
Demolition
has a
Man. What's the other
whole-
one?
Yeah, Cyberpunk
There's
has their own system, actually.
They have their own system. There's also Shadow...
It's not Shadowrun.
Yeah, Shadowrun is its
Well, I
own
know
system, too.
Shadowrun is, but I wasn't sure if that's what you were
But
talking about.
I...
What's a Shadowrun?
Drake, this is your thing.
What's up?
Shadowrun.
What's Shadowrun?
Shadowrun is basically D&D in Cyberpunk. Like, you can be trolls, you can be elves, you can be humans, you can be whatever. It is D6 based from the background I've done checks on, and I've heard it is hilarious. If you just, like, when you get a second, type in like Shadowrun memes, and they'll be like show pictures of people who will have like your dice collection, but they'll be all D6s, and they're like, okay, level 1, first mission, here I go.
Oh, really?
It is, from what I've read, it's kind of crazy, and I would love to try it, but I want someone to DM me so I can, like, see how it runs. Because, let's say, like, okay, you're gonna jack into the network, and you're gonna try to take out their defenses and do all this crazy stuff. So everything you're gonna do, so to jack into the network, that's a D6. To actually log in successfully is a D6. To attack their defenses is a D6. To log out is a D6. So, like, every little thing you do is a D6, and they can all fail, or they can all pass. So you get, like, really comical, crazy shit. So you can be like, oh, hey, you jack in proper, because you need to roll, like, a 2+.
God.
So as long as you don't roll that 1, you're good. But then you can fail all the others and then succeed. Like, it's just... The crazy shit I read is just insane. Like, it gets really nuts. Like, okay, you succeeded here, failed here, somehow succeeded on the thing that you failed before, and it seems like it would be fun, but you also kind of have to have a DM who...
Yeah.
has meth cats and meth squirrels going in all different directions.
Yeah. I could see
We're
that.
pretty good. I think we're a pretty good group. We don't, like, seriously go off the rails.
We can.
No, it's just, it's one of those things, like I said, for every little thing you do, add a d6, and that's what you have to roll.
Okay.
So, it's literally like, you have to have a DM who can compartmentalize, but let everything roll at once. So like, okay, you logged in good, you failed this, you succeeded this, failed the next 3 things, succeeded the next 2, failed like.
Oh, so you don't do it one at a time? Like, okay, I'm rolling for A. Now I'm rolling for B. Now I'm rolling for C. You set out a scenario and then you just roll everything?
Yeah.
Yep.
You'd be like, this is what I want to do, and then I'm going to do this. And then you would be like, okay, roll.
Yep.
It's not like D&D where, okay, I'm going to try to do this, roll. It's, this is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to do it. This is, I hope, the end result, roll.
Yeah, that's how the Star Wars Force
The
and
Star Wars.
Destiny is. You explain what you want to do. Like, okay, go ahead and roll. So then you roll, and you have successes, failures, and then you've got the light side, dark side. So yeah. So you can get successful fails, and you can get failure successes. Like, it's crazy shit. Yep.
That sounds bonkers.
Well, it's cyberpunk with fantasy, so it's kind of bonkers to begin with.
Yeah.
But I mean, the video games are great on Steam. Like, they're Shadowrun Chronicles is just a solid game.
Yeah, so there's definitely like cyberpunk-ish type stuff out there, and then cyberpunk's own system.
Yeah.
So
Deus Ex Machina would be another fun one to play.
I love Deus
And-
Ex.
Yeah, Deus Ex would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another like futuristic, almost cyberpunk-ish type deal.
I don't know if I'd really call it cyberpunk.
I say almost
I would
because you
definitely-
have the cybernetics that you can get and implanted in yourself, and it's much more of a techie type world, but it's kind of in between now and cyberpunk.
Like, when you say cyberpunk, I think of like steampunk, cyberpunk, where you have the outlandish bullshit. Deus Ex is like, hey, you have cybernetics and stuff, so it's not the crazy bullshit.
Right.
It's like steampunk and cyberpunk, part of the allure slash thing is like you just look crazy.
Yeah, you're out there.
Deus Ex is like, hey, you look like you do now, except for, sunglasses now are little implants on the corners of your eyes that it's like, okay, I'm going outside, it's sunny, and sunglasses shoot across.
Yep. Yeah, it's cool. I love the Deus Ex games. The story is awesome.
Yeah.
Deus Ex Mankind Divided, that one is probably my favorite.
I still have to play that one.
That one is my favorite. Yeah.
What about the Yakuza games? That would be kind of fun to play as a one-shot.
I actually
It'll be a lot
have
of
not played
fighting.
those.
Really?
Really?
I've never played them, but
They
yeah, I
look
think it would be
badass.
fun.
Yeah, I would absolutely do something like that.
Or, if you want to go down that route, how about Shenmue?
Oh, God.
What's that?
Oh no.
It's a video game that I don't really know about. It's just kind of like the internet's punching bag.
Yep.
Because, people are either like, this is the greatest game ever, or people are like, this is a goddamn snore fest. Like, there's no middle ground.
Yep. It's insane.
Well, I don't know. I think we kind of finished up all the ones that were in our brains and all the ones that we got responses of.
Yeah, I mean, I see a couple of others like Back to the Future, Final Fantasy.
Ooh, Final Fantasy would be so good.
Final Fantasy would be cool. What else? I'm sorry. Little Red's art. They wanted to do like a horror themed campaign or one shot. So where players get to play as like Freddy Krueger, Jason, Saw, any of them.
I'm down. I'm down
So
with that.
that would be cool.
I feel like that would be along those lines of the Critical Role Doom one shot.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah. So I mean, there's definitely some awesome ones out there that you could do. What else? Avatar: Last Airbender. Marvel. Marvel would be sweet. I'd play that. I mean, I would just make Spider-Man. That's my guy.
But the thing is, I hear with like the superhero ones, like those don't do very well.
They don't.
The superhero systems,
Yeah,
they
don't.
just don't thrive.
No.
They don't thrive because what it is they want you to make your own superhero. And a lot of people are more like, hey, I want to play
A specific
this.
superhero.
And it's more like, hey, pick a new superhero. Or people go, hey, I want to play a Spider-Man Wolverine or a Deadpool Spider-Man. Like,
I
just
see. I mean, that makes sense.
Yep, because I mean that's what they want to do. That's what they know, and we've touched on that before too with the character tropes. It's what they know, so that's what they're going to pick. They're not going to get creative with it when they have the option to be their favorite superhero.
That's true. That's true. I agree.
to which if anyone played Superman, I'd automatically be like, you got hit by a comet of kryptonite.
Yes.
Right off the bat.
That's no fair.
Fuck Superman.
I feel like if I ask you why, that will be a full another podcast.
Like, I came into the realization because, like, growing up, I was like, fuck DC, blah, 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 it sucks. And then as I got older, I realized, no, I don't hate DC. I actually like DC almost as much as Marvel. And in some cases, I like DC more than Marvel. I just fucking super hate Superman.
Super hate Superman. Oh
Super
my God.
hate Superman.
Well, the big thing is, like, that he's made so perfect.
Yeah.
There's only literally one weakness, the way they've wrote for him.
Yeah.
And
He just keeps
It's
getting
boring.
more and more and more and more powerful.
Yes.
Like, oh, hey.
You mean like Goku?
Okay. Okay. That's another podcast.
well, I don't like Goku. So
No,
fuck
he likes
Goku,
Vegeta.
So I'm on the same board. Yeah.
He likes the one that keeps getting his ass beat by Goku and
Sorry.
cries
That's
about it.
because-
I didn't mean to go
that's because,
there.
He hates Vegeta. He really hates Vegeta, so he writes him into these shit roles.
Yeah, he does.
No, it's... Here's the thing, and again, this is going to be a whole nother podcast.
You opened
but
a can of worms.
yeah, you really fucking did by throwing the Goku thing
Goku,
out there.
5 podcasts
Vegeta,
on this one podcast.
Superman.
Because Goku at least like will get his ass kicked, and then he becomes powerful. Superman is literally like, oh, by the way, I've also had this power. It's literally like when you were little kids and we were playing like superheroes and be like, I have this power. And you get that one little asshole who always has to be the best. That's like, oh, well, I also have this power, and well, this power, and this power, and like, whenever there comes a chance of like, oh, hey, this person has you beat by this. Oh, well, actually, I have that power too.
Yeah. Yep.
I see.
And I mean, back in the day, Superman was like the symbol of strength and whatnot for, America. So it made sense. It's like, yeah, go ahead. But now, no.
My favorite meme is of, here's America to a T. America views itself as Superman when in fact America is Batman.
Yeah. And even then, we're like the shitty Batman. We're like Robin, one of the Robins.
No, because it's like
The one that dies.
America views itself as Superman as we're perfect, we're always good, we're this, that, and the other. When in fact we're Batman and we do what needs to be done to get done.
We're just
like, it
a
may
rich
not-
guy with lots of,
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one.
fancy stuff.
Fancy toys called ICBMs.
I don't mind that. I'd like to be rich and fancy.
I want to be rich and fancy.
But
Be nice.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways and a lot of these systems that would be fun to do one-shots or campaigns,
Yep.
but I think a lot of them they'd have to be one-shots.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and that's kind of
You know-
what the whole topic was random piece of media / pop culture that you want to run a one shot of. Not sustainable for a campaign. No way.
A Korean boy band.
I was just thinking boy bands. Oh my God. I was thinking like
Like-
Backstreet
Why,
Boys though.
why were you thinking of boy bands?
I was thinking
Nick?
Backstreet Boys, not the Korean K-pop. But
Yeah, you got to be a K-pop group
Yeah.
and rise your way up, or even like a Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim would be cool.
Oh, that would be a pretty good one.
That would be, yeah.
I'd be
Scott
okay with
Pilgrims. And then I would just be from the West, like, come here, Pilgrims.
Not even play the game.
Nope, not even.
Oh man.
I would be the PC who's supposed to be the NPC, and he just shows up at places, and
Yep.
it's like, what are you doing now, Pilgrims?
Yep. Yeah. And so all of this kind of stemmed from us, well, Ray really creating a new like slice of life campaign thing for us with Disney and Grimm's Fairy Tales.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited to see that, to be a part of that.
Yes, I'm still writing it.
Yep.
So I'm not thinking about playing it anytime soon,
Nope.
but that's what is gonna replace our Illusia campaign.
Yeah.
Is this Disney campaign that I'm...
So what the hell happened in the one session?
So what happened was I was trying to get information about... So my character, he has a past to him to where, like, he's a part of a clan in the Asian territory. He's in a clan. Yeah. His clan was helping out these smaller, like, villages and whatnot, but the feudal lords of that land hated my clan. Fucking wiped him out. Wiped him out completely, except for my character and, like, his two brothers. Jesus. But yeah, so what had happened was I was trying to get information about one of the feudal lords to figure out how I can get to them and kill them. And so we found, like, this super rich dude who had a vineyard, and we go out there, we talk to him. I have Yaka kind of help me out to kind of seclude him in an area. And then I pull my blade out to his neck and I threaten him. He gives me information. And now that we're going to be killing this campaign, my sword is cursed. It's a family sword. It's cursed, and it told me to kill him. So I did. I was going to become a hexblade. So
I was definitely not ready for that.
No.
That was not part of the plan.
No, it was not part of the plan, but it happened. So yeah. That's what it was. Killed one of the most influential people of that town, and we were supposed to be leaving the next day. So
of course you would.
Also, your character fucked that half-orc lady like a million times, and I would I was gonna have you guys roll for baby, because there's no way on God's green earth that she wouldn't be full of Wudan Laydell's monk
Seed.
baby.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
It'd be a half-orc dragon.
Look at your dick, it'd be a red dragon.
Oh god.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's probably a good place to call it. Thanks a lot for listening to us
just
ramble
on
at the
dicks.
end.
Right? But let us know what kind of cool like one-shots or campaigns or anything that you want to run, whether it's pop culture, media,
or have run.
Yeah, or have run. It doesn't have to be media. It doesn't have to be pop culture type stuff. Just something that you had fun with, or your players had fun with, or you as a player loved. Let us know at Busy Adults on Twitter.
Yeah, or we put our videos up on YouTube. You
Yep.
can leave a comment there. We put our videos up on...
Everything.
Everything. You can rate and review our podcast. You can like it, share it with your friends, leave a comment, do all that stuff.
Yep. So, thanks for joining us, guys, and have a great night, day.
And beware the Rona.
Yes. Bye.
Deuces. Well, adventurers, I hope you had a good time listening to our crazy shenanigans tonight about what popular culture place you would like to adventure in. Please comment on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. What's your favorite place that you would like to adventure in? Maybe run a mini one-shot or so. And please join us next time on Busy Adults.